Miami Beach Police, and you're watching MBTV.
On this edition of CityVision, a new garden of possibility awaits you in City Center.
Maybe on the other side as well.
Yes.
See what our police department is doing to play a more proactive role in our community.
And a big culture arts run in Miami Beach, Sleepless Night, then Art Basel, Miami Beach. Hello and welcome to CityVision, your source for everything you need to know about Miami Beach. I'm Emily Oz.
And I'm Yvette Diaz, and we're coming to you from inside the most beautiful garden in Miami Beach.
Our city's Botanical Garden, well, she got a facelift and we're proud of it.
Take a look inside the improvements.
From this to this, our city's Office of Capital Improvement Projects worked with renowned landscape architect Raymond Jungles to renovate the half-century-old garden. The space recently reopened after the multifaceted makeover. Hear more from its director, Laura Jameson, later in the show. And see how the garden was set up for Art Basel, Miami Beach? Well, you too can rent the space for a private gathering, all while supporting the city's efforts to maintain the space. Well, a facelift has changed up the garden. There will be plenty of familiar faces around City Hall. Mayor Maddie Herrera Bauer was elected to a third term, and several commissioners were also re-elected to office.
As we gather here today for the City Commission meeting, we pray that we are ever mindful of opportunities to render our service to our fellow citizens and to our community. We are here today to congratulate Mayor Bauer, Commissioner Tobin, Commissioner Whitehorn, and Commissioner Wilson on their re-election, and to thank the entire City Commission for their service to the City of Miami Beach. Grant them wisdom, vision, understanding, and leadership. Amen.
We've come a long way, you and I.
Yes.
It was an especially meaningful swearing in for Maddie Herrera Bauer, as she is entering her third and final term as mayor. If you're interested in making a run for public office, visit our city's website and click on the City Clerk's page.
There's a whole lot of cheering going on in our next story, from city officials, students, and education advocates too. Florida International University is expanding its presence to Lincoln Road in South Beach. FIU's College of Architecture and the Arts Miami Beach Urban Studios has opened its doors, showcasing its state-of-the-art exhibition and performance and learning spaces visual arts students will be able to use.
And it has been a long-standing dream that the students of architecture could use Miami Beach as a laboratory. I think it's very exciting, very great, and I'm very happy for this day.
Well, the city has been very cooperative, very collaborative. This is a dream come true to be here on Miami Beach, which clearly is one of the creative epicenters for the world. And so our students are here, we're here. It's really a great, great, great thing.
FIU isn't the only new partnership in the life of Miami Beach.
We also have a new sister city, but this close tie with Switzerland is really over a decade old, considering we share a signature festival. It's official. Basel, Switzerland, and Miami Beach are forever bound as sister cities.
We're above.
The mayor of Miami Beach and Hans-Peter Wessels from the government of Baselstadt signed the papers to make it official. The ceremony took place right before the start of the 10th successful edition of Art Basel Miami Beach.
What Art Basel Miami Beach has done for this community, not just Miami Beach, but this whole region, is nothing short of spectacular.
I think we can profit from each other in the area of tourism, of course, in cultural exchange. Culture is important, very important to both cities, but also in economic development and related fields. So I think this is really a good ground to build upon.
Miami Beach maintains a dozen different sister city relationships.
Forging human relationships is the motivating factor behind organizational changes within our police department.
Miami Beach is taking a more proactive approach with recent policy changes. We explain now in our City Focus story. A captain helps chart the right course.
Thanks everybody for coming here. This is our first Captain's Walk.
Miami Beach Police have implemented a major paradigm shift by establishing district captains for our city's north, middle, and here in our South Beach area. Our police department introduced the new captains.
This is the captain of this district.
During these Captains Neighborhood Walks, which will be held on a regular basis, helping police and residents forge a productive bond.
We really want to know what your concerns are, what issues you see, and then together trying to work through them.
District captains will replace the concept of having rotating shift captains. This change will allow residents to become familiar with one face and one name for their concerns. We visited with leaders within the police department at their headquarters to hear more about the changes.
In those areas, whatever the case may be, those captains own what goes on in that area.
For me, that's just a huge change in just the philosophy and how we were thinking from just a couple of months ago.
The Captain's Walks are scheduled in coordination with homeowner associations and business owners. A chance to put faces to the emails and phone calls for help.
I keep getting these emails like one complaint is this light right here.
People
Go
think
ahead.
that it's for the street.
And if you're in the middle, people can't see you.
Questions about crosswalks, speeding cars, and security came up during this South of 5th walk-around.
This is fantastic. I don't think you really get this a lot in many of the big cities. It's fantastic that they all came out, and they really care about the residents and the safety of Miami Beach.
And that's not all. The police have even more proactive changes in store.
We also have plans in the future for doing roll calls in the neighborhood where the officers will actually meet in the neighborhood.
Making our officers more visible and involved means the department will be parking more squad cars in exchange for walking beats.
At our district, or our Sector 3, which is really the entertainment district, which is Ocean Drive, Collins, and Washington, all the officers assigned to that sector will be either on a walking beat, on a bicycle, or in an ATV. None of them will be in a vehicle. So it's really trying to get the officers, out of their cars, walking, interacting with the community, interacting with the businesses.
Miami Beach Police are also hard at work giving back to the community with the December Wounded Warriors softball game, our popular pink police car dedicated to cancer awareness, and of course the annual holiday toy drives.
The thing that has always lasted with me is that look in that little kid's face when he walks in through the community room, which is where we set up the toys, and to see their eyes. It really makes you appreciate everything you have.
To get in touch with your district captain, grab a pen and paper. First, you can call the police department's non-emergency number at 305-673-7900 or send them an email. Area 1, the South, Captain Mark Causey. Area 2, the Middle, Captain Richard Clements. And Area 3, North, Captain David De La Espriella.
Each neighborhood in Miami Beach has been carefully mapped out for future upgrades by our Office of Capital Improvement Projects.
And Biscayne Point is the latest neighborhood to be slated for those improvements below and above ground.
Here's more in our Planned Progress Report.
The Biscayne Point neighborhood is a hidden gem in the city's North Beach district. The city identified upgrades that needed to be made to the 3 areas within the neighborhood: Biscayne Point Island, Biscayne Beach, and Stillwater Drive.
Construction commenced in late August of this year, 2011, and is scheduled to be completed in late 2012.
This family-friendly area will see new water lines for new potable water services, enhanced lighting, and an upgrade to the stormwater system at certain locations. These enhancements were coordinated for each area with the individual communities.
We wanted to live someplace that was a little bit secluded, had beautiful views of the water, just was a generally nice place that you could walk around with your family and raise a family.
Crews have so far installed new water lines for new potable water services on Biscayne Point Island and Biscayne Beach, and now on Stillwater Drive. They have begun to replace and enhance lighting on Biscayne Beach as well. Soon, Stillwater Drive and parts of the roadway in Biscayne Beach will be under construction as the city addresses drainage needs. The project will also bring new landscaping in certain locations, roadway resurfacing, safer pedestrian pathways, and a new entrance feature at 77th Street. The city continues to communicate with the residents through construction alerts and updates.
They've kept us informed in terms of stops and starts, when things were happening, what their planned deadline was.
Once completed in late 2012, residents will enjoy the much-needed upgrades, making a great Miami Beach neighborhood even better. For MBTV, I'm Shari Holbert-Lipner.
For more information on this or any other capital improvement project, please contact the CIP office directly.
There's no shortage of people who think our city is the cutting edge of creativity when it comes to art and culture.
After all, we planned the ultimate free cultural all-nighter with the help of generous sponsorships and grants.
Hold on as we write out a recap of Sleepless Night 2011.
Thousands came to our streets, sands, and cultural venues for the largest cultural arts event of the year.
He's awfully excited about being at Sleepless Night. Yeah. It's his first time.
Free shuttle buses transported our happy insomniacs to over 150 unique arts experiences.
This is Sleepless Night, and I'm an insomniac.
And all this fun was free to the public. Using grant money and generous sponsorships, the city spent months planning Sleepless Night. The social media buzz really started to sound close to the November 5th event.
You know, we really saw a pickup past few days in social media. And this is awesome. I'm already in love.
Me too. Let's go check out the fish. Go Saruga. Saruga's giant fish gave the neon lights on Ocean Drive a new flavor.
He's gonna do it!
Unbelievable, like nothing I've ever seen. I didn't know what to expect, but this exceeded expectations.
And the city's new Exo Stage at Soundscape had the honor of hosting a number of events, including one of the biggest, Bandaloop.
I'm in awe. I think it's really great. I think the turnout has been fantastic, and they should do this more often.
And we will. The city is turning Sleepless Night into an annual event.
Knight Foundation very generously gave us money for 2011 and 2012. And we're hoping now that we can move it to an annual event and that the sponsors will all jump on board because it's so great and it reaches so many people.
Tonight, I'm an insomniac.
I am an insomniac and this is a sleepless night.
There is nothing like the high season for art and culture here in our city. Sleepless Night leaves, and then in a blink of an eye, it's Art Basel Miami Beach.
Imagine all the ideas shared and the art talked about during 10 great years of Art Basel Miami Beach.
During this decade of cultural transformation, South Florida has become an exciting destination for the international art world, and we are proud that Art Basel Miami Beach has played a part in this amazing evolution.
Once again, our city evolved overnight into an art and culture mecca for a worldwide audience.
I've been here for the 10 years, and every year it's very, very exciting for me to be here.
It's the most significant art fair in this country.
We all know that Art Basel isn't just contained to our city's convention center, but spread out across Miami Beach. Take, for instance, our city's newly renovated Collins Park,
which played host to Art Public, over 20 public art pieces on free display. Many see Art Basel Miami Beach as the perfect place to see and be seen on the international art scene.
But I really like that Miami promotes a lot of contemporary young artists that aren't as, well known, and they have so many satellite fairs and so many events going on that it is a great way to get more exposure and promote yourself. as an artist.
The daytime was alive with rhythm during a first-of-its-kind Pride Festival in Miami Beach. Over 2,000 people attended the first-ever Celebrate Orgullo Hispanic LGBT Pride Festival in Miami Beach. Latin music, dance, entertainment, and food were all part of the lineup during a warm Saturday in October. Later in the show, take a look at how our city celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month in October.
After a short break, CityVision returns with the details on the Botanical Garden's landscape makeover.
Removing and destroying corals.
And later in the show, see how these films pushed environmental hot buttons here in South Florida.
Miami Beach is a hot zone, and we're not just talking about the weather. We're a citywide hot zone for public internet access. We're a technology trendsetter, one of the first cities in the nation to offer free internet access citywide. Simply choose our signal, register an account, and you're on to explore and connect the World Wide Web for free. Parents, we also offer a content-filtered signal just for you. Find free Wi-Fi details at miamibeachfl.gov/Wi-Fi.
Hi, Spot.
Hi, Car. Did you know that I'm a hot commodity in Miami Beach?
Me too.
But it's even easier to find one of me now that Miami Beach has added over 2,000 new parking spots around the city.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we have 3 new parking garages in Miami Beach, with 2 more on the way.
But to me, you're one of a kind, Spot.
We love Miami Beach!
While you can't take a piece of Miami Beach with you, you can show some love to our beaches by adopting. That's right, adopt a stretch of our beautiful sands and keep it clean and tidy. Your name or business name will appear on this sign. Beautiful things happen when we all pitch in.
Keep it classy, Miami Beach.
Contact ecom.org. Adopt a Beach, brought to you by our city and the Environmental Coalition of Miami Beach.
We love Miami Beach!
Welcome back to CityVision and the new and improved Miami Beach Botanical Garden. The beauty that surrounds you today is quite different than it was last year. After a $1.2 million renovation, the garden recently reopened to the public with a round of applause.
Very excited about the whole renovation of the garden. Actually, the garden was started when I was in high school across the street. So the garden had a facelift.
The vision of local landscape architect Raymond Jungles was realized with careful oversight of the renovation coming from our city's Office of Capital Improvement Projects.
Central to, I think, any botanical garden is a water garden. It's a way of really increasing the diversity of plant life. It will be, I think, the central feature of the botanical garden and will bring great joy and fish and birds and more wildlife into the garden as well, which is always one of my goals.
And increasing wildlife and the natural beauty of the space increases its demand for private rentals. Take, for instance, Art Basel Miami Beach. This year, the garden served as an ultra-popular lunch spot and rest stop from the busy buzz inside the convention center. The garden is owned by the city and run by the Garden Conservancy. Private events, large and small, as well as donations, keep the garden running and the doors open to the public with no admission charge. Executive Director Laura Jameson says the biggest change to the garden is the new open entrance feature, which gives it a real presence in City Center.
It's a welcoming entrance plaza. The huge, beautiful silk floss tree with its pink blossoms is in full bloom right now, and it's an amazing welcome.
All in all, the transformation was a well-executed team effort.
We're so thankful to the Capital Improvements Office for their leadership, to Harbor Construction, who went above and beyond with all the logistics and the planning and the construction, and also, of course, Raymond Jungles.
The people that I have known and met in the city are all dedicated people who love being part of a great team.
For information on the programming and upcoming events at the garden, visit mbgarden.org. And stay tuned, there's much more ahead here on CityVision.
CityVision will be right back with a look inside the life-saving training our kids received in Miami Beach.
And see the helpful laptop program enriching the lives of students and seniors in our community.
I'm Cody Ross at Art Basel, Miami Beach, and you're watching MBTV.
So how do I determine if my building is eligible for recycling services?
Single-family homes or condo owners with 8 units or less may contact the City of Miami Beach Finance Department to determine property eligibility for city waste service. Residents who meet this criteria may also be eligible to receive recycling services. If you live in a building with more than 8 units, you are required by county and city code to hire a private hauler for their regular trash pickup, recycling, and bulk pickup.
Miami Beach is dishing it up. We've got your ticket to a perfect evening. Catch a fabulous show at the Miami Beach stage door at the Byron Carlisle Theater and get a fabulous deal at participating North Beach restaurants. It's easy. Present your theater ticket at any of the participating restaurants to receive a 15% discount off your bill, either before or after the show. Dish, North Beach Dinner and Show. It's your ticket to the perfect pairing.
Welcome back to CityVision. Miami Beach recently played host to our area's annual Children's Fire Safety Festival.
We recap the action and remind people of all ages what you can do to maximize your fire safety right now.
Have a plan?
Yes, we do. Don't worry. Get low, there's smoke. Get low.
Stop, dropping, roll.
Learn not to burn. That's the theme of the 24th Annual Children's Fire Safety Festival, hosted this year by Miami Beach's fire and rescue teams. Kids were excited about fire safety during the week-long festival held in our convention center.
What are you going to do, roll out? Roll out. Now you're going to crawl under the smoke. Good, very good, crawl. Crawl. You're going to touch your door. What are you feeling for? Is it cold or hot? You're feeling your door. You're feeling for heat. So right now, it's hot. It's hot. Where do you have to go? Your window. Good. Now go to your meeting place. Very good. How does the door feel?
Some 2,500 children from around the county learned the basics.
They learn how to stop, drop, and roll. They learn about how to cool a burn with running water from the faucet. They also learn about kitchen and bathroom safety.
You're going to follow me. Come on, line leader. Come, follow me.
And with the kids following our example, it's a good time to remind adults too of some essential tips. With winter upon us, be sure to remember to keep portable heaters at least 3 feet from bedding or furniture. Have your heating system inspected and cleaned before heating season. Change your smoke alarm batteries once a year and have a plan of escape and a meeting place should a fire break out. Keep you and your family safe from fire hazards. For more information, you can visit our city's website, miamibeachfl.gov, and click on Public Safety.
A different type of recent festival was geared towards securing safety precautions for Mother Nature.
Removing and destroying corals and coral reefs.
The first ever Miami and the Beaches Environmental Film Festival was held in our city. The 4-day event featured screenings of cutting-edge environmental documentaries at several signature venues in the city, including the New World Center and the Colony Theater on Lincoln Road. The festival has formed a unique partnership with SEJ, the Society of Environmental Journalists. The group was privy to a private screening of a new documentary about legendary explorer and author Jacques Cousteau.
Change forever our view of the planet.
The journalists also listened to city leaders speak about our key efforts of sustainability for Miami Beach.
We've created a sustainability committee in Miami Beach
and we've become amongst the most progressive cities in the country. The Sustainability Committee has developed a sustainability plan for our city with 10 key intended outcomes that will make sure that this coastal community stays on the forefront of sustainability issues for years to come.
In the next edition of CityVision, we'll profile the latest in beach renourishment in our city. It's just one of the many ongoing sustainability efforts here in Miami Beach.
When it comes to nourishing your soul, there's nothing like a little down-home cooking and music to send you back to your roots. A big crowd was on hand to listen to the Latin singers and beats and watch the local youth perform at the 6th Annual Hispanic Heritage Festival put on by our Parks and Recreation Department.
I love the dance because the little girls are so adorable.
The North Shore Park and Youth Center was taken over by jumping frogs and kids on popular bounce houses and carnival rides. Traditional Latin dishes were also available for purchase.
She does a wonderful, wonderful job.
Every year, notable Hispanics are also honored for their positive contributions to our community.
Thank you very much, very, very much.
Our Parks and Recreation Department offers a wide variety of low-cost and free programming for all ages.
And when you need one source for all that information, visit our award-winning website, miamibeachparks.com.
In September, Miami Beach Parks and Recreation was recognized with the Media Excellence Award from the Florida Recreation and Park Association for its website, miamibeachparks.com. The site offers the latest news, alerts, and updates, as well as info on all our city's rec centers and parks, and their offerings for all ages.
Our Parks and Recreation Department offers scholarships to bridge the gap for families who can't afford activities and camps for their kids.
And the city is working to bridge the digital divide as well with a new laptop loaner program. There are 100 computers just like this one about to be donated to our public schools and senior affordable housing buildings. The seniors will get free assistance to help them navigate the World Wide Web, helping them stay in touch with family and friends. And 7 schools will receive 10 laptops each for students to check out. Meanwhile, at least 12 buildings that house elderly residents will get laptops, along with mousepads donated by Humana and a mousepad donated by Mount Sinai Hospital. Total Bank is also a program sponsor and secured computer bags for each machine. IBM donated their computers to our city as part of their contract to install citywide Wi-Fi system. The computer donations is a gift back from that contract. The city looked at several options for use of the computers and decided to make these laptops available to expand computer literacy and use among our youth and senior populations.
I think the greatest thing is that this supports the city's commitment to education as a whole. We're an IB community. This really goes hand in hand with the IB curriculum. So it's a wonderful way for us to be able to support our kids in a meaningful way, because we're really bridging the digital divide, which is one of the things that keeps many of our families at a disadvantage.
If you need help logging on to the city's free Wi-Fi, you can call our helpline at 305-722-1917.
And that wraps up this edition of CityVision. Thanks for watching.
We leave you now with a look at more of all the fun we had on Sleepless Night.
And since it's now an annual event, we hope to see you out there with us next year. But for now, Merry Christmas and Feliz Navidad.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Bye-bye.